Good evening, welcome to the show. Tonight I'm going to be making a little dish for my friend Debbie. She's been asking me for ages to make a chickpea curry. So I thought, well, why don't I just do it tonight? So in order to start all this off, I'll just put the ring on. And into the pan I'm going to put 2 spoonfuls of spry, crisp and dry. Some people like to use olive oil or mazola. Mazola is probably one of my favourite oils, but it's very difficult to get it, especially from like the corner shop. And you might see a bit of smoke. That's just because I've cleaned everything. Right, so once that's started, what we'll do is we'll start off with 1 onion, a medium size. Hello, we've got somebody there. Hi Nicole, how are you? I give you a little wave. So what you do is cube this, but cube it relatively small so it cooks quickly. Roughly it takes about, I don't know, 8 minutes to really soften. And while this is cooking, I can get on with making the paste. Just get the skin off. I could have done this before the show, but I'm still in one of those sort of, my brain's all over the place ways. So this is vegan, by the way. Well, that's heating up nicely. I'll have to find a bigger, quicker way to get this off. Because I want to use the whole onion. Because what it does is it makes a really, really nice paste in the end up. I didn't realise peeling just the skin off the onion, you know, until you get to the good part inside. I usually just cut the top layer off, but because we want a thick paste, we don't want it to having to put in some like corn flour to thicken it up, because corn flour does discolour the curry. So with this, just want to cut it up nice and short. I usually cut it into slices first. And we'll be using a food blender for this as well, as you can see. Just cut all this onion up. Get it as relatively short because it's all going into the liquidizer anyway. So it's going to be turned into a paste. There we go. Just cut it. Just remember, we just want it like me. Now also what you want to put into this at the moment is if you've got fresh chilli. If you've got fresh chilli. Oh, who's that? Hello Claudia. Hello Andrea. Oh, the 4 ladies. Oh, I hope Debbie finds her way here. So into this, what you want to do now is a spoonful of chilli, and you want to cook that all on a really low heat for about, well, roughly 8 minutes. Now if you're using fresh chilies, just use 1 whole fresh chilli, just chop it up nice and fine like you've done with the onions. Now I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. I don't like too much heat because you don't want to lose all the taste of the onions. Not that you could anyway. Right, so we're going to get started on the blender here. Now normally people, when they're using the chopped tomatoes, it adds the body to it. But I don't like chunks, I like smooth tomatoes. So what I do is I always liquidise this, and the reason why I'm liquidising it first is I want to save a bit for my pizza. So bung the whole lot into the mixer. And also what you, oh, let me just do this first. Let's get that off again. Always keep an eye on your onions. That's why I turn the heat off, because I know I'm distracted. And there's nothing worse than burning food. It's the epitome of a Scotsman. Right, so I want to take a few spoonfuls of this out. Oh God, Bennett. Use a spoon. I know it's had oil on it. So I just want to take just enough for a pizza. Let me take this out for a second. Don't need much. What I can do to bulk it up a little bit is that I can put a spoonful of corn flour into this, put the lid on. This is an old jam jar, and then you just shake it up so it just thickens it all up. But also you can add basil to that. Actually, I'll try and stay focused, and then put it back in, ready. So what we've got here, we've got 9 little, a whole bulb basically of garlic. And what you want to do is obviously cut off get them out, and then add them to the liquidizer. But right enough, what I can do is actually deal with this. Let me just quickly clean this. Right, now what you want to add here is, oh that's not the right gram masala, oh that's just the, this is the old one, I've just about finished this. Get as much of it out. Now it was 2 tablespoons. So you're going to add 2 tablespoonfuls of garam masala. Put that back in there, and that's it. I can measure it properly. 1, 2. Now I don't have any ginger, but if you're using fresh ginger, just a thumb, but a thumb size. And I just, if you're using the dry stuff, just a tiny amount like that. Ginger is so powerful, it will take over every smell, every taste. I'll make sure I had to also order it. I've practically used up all my garam masala. Coriander leaf, better if you've got it fresh, but I think it's only 1 tablespoon. 2 spoonfuls of ground coriander. And the reason I'm letting this because it's all going to go in together, and that's going to be your paste. And what you're also going to need is, I forgot my ground cumin. Ground cumin. And it is 1, isn't it? 2 tablespoonfuls. Right, so you need 2 tablespoonfuls of ground cumin. 1, 2, and that's basically all your, and just half a teaspoonful of salt. Right, these are starting to soften nicely. That's good. There's something about the smell of onions cooking, it's just really nice. Right, so the ground cumin's in there, the coriander, the garam masala, and all we need to do now is add all these little guys up. Now I usually, for them to peel the skin, I just cut them across the back, stick my finger in and just peel it off. And remember, you want about 9 of these. And also another thing that you need for this curry is you need either cream or coconut milk. And usually it's about 100 grams. So that's 1. Second one. I could have peeled these beforehand. Sorry, you all having to catch this all going on at the same time. I had a crusher, but one of these segments actually broke it. You obviously got it from the pound store. There we go. I mean, it's up to yourself. Putting 9 in feels a little bit excessive, but with the other spices in there, it's sort of like really just tastes really nice with it. I keep thinking that's a thingy there. Right, so cut them down the middle seems actually the best way to actually get these guys out. Don't think Obi will ever touch my fingers again. Like I said, I always just soft, slow cooking the onions, because it really makes a nice smooth paste. Right, so that's one practically whole garlic in there, and I do love garlic, I must admit. I love garlic bread, and once I get my tea fixed out, I'll actually be able to make myself proper garlic bread again, and I can start to grow my sourdough. There we go, that's everything in there. Now the chickpeas is the end part. Oops, I've got another one here. Usually there's roughly about 9 segments in each clove if you get it decent size enough. There we go. Oh, no, there's another one. Now they're starting to brown really nicely. They're almost ready to go into the pot. This is what gives it all the body, all the thingy. I mean, that's basically the curry. These are the curry. Chickpeas and all other things that go in with it are there for to give it texture, to give it depth and flavour. Now you can go ahead and eat it straight away, but what I would suggest, let me just quickly wash my hands. Using the antibacterial soap that I've had way before the start of the COVID-19. Oh. Right, so this is just about ready. Let's just move that there, because I'm going to need a pot. And there we go, one clean pot. Now you can actually I'm not going to add it to the pot because, but usually once it's all done you add it to the pot, then you just simmer, you put your chickpeas in it, and no, just let me finish this off, then you see exactly what I'm talking about. Right, so this is just about ready. I can turn off the heat, then just give it the last couple of minutes using the heat. Make sure nothing's stuck. And they're nicely browned and they're soft. What I am going to put this into is my slow cook, because I'm not going to eat this tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it for tomorrow, because overnight it just all the flavours infuse with each other, and then just hoping to get some really nice naan bread across the road tomorrow. Or not, I can use pita bread, or I can, if I've got enough time, make myself a little flatbread for the thingy. So I'm just using up all the heat, and while that's doing that, I'll just boil the kettle. So I hope everybody's having a good day, and Craig, it's nearly the weekend again, isn't it? So obviously on last night's video my laptop just completely froze, so I did a virus scan and there was a virus in my laptop, but luckily AVG was able to get rid of it. But that was quite scary, because if I lose my computer, that's it, I'm screwed. So that's why tonight I'm not using the laptop, I'm actually using the phone to do the show. Because I wanted this to go out without a hitch, because it is cookery night. And oh, let me just get that off there. That's it. Then you replace the lid. Then just a couple of minutes. Now what you would do is you put this to a pot. Now what you've got is a really kind of thick paste, and that's what you're looking for. So you put this into your receptacle or a pot. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. Get as much of it as you can. I did say I'd make it from the beginning, didn't I? looking for my come on, come out you reprobate. Oh, for God's sake. It's not even in there. Where has my... I'm looking for my tin opener and I've got it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, one thing you know, the shows are not rehearsed. So, you would normally use about 800 grams of chickpeas. Now, one thing you always make sure you do with chickpeas is drain the water off. Or as much of it as you can. I can't find the... No, it's alright. I've got it. Then you add your chickpeas. Now the secret I add to this is, I forgot all about this, is that these are, this is one medium size sweet potato, already been boiled, but what I want to do is, with what's left in the pan with the oil and stuff, is to put them in a little bit fried. Now that's what your curry looks like, if you can see it. It's quite a nice coating, and what you want to do is, you can add more water to it if it's too thick, but once it's been in once you've got it in the pan, you just reduce the heat, bring it to the boil, then just put it right down to 1 so that it just simmers. And basically, after 8 minutes, it will be ready to eat. And it's an authentic Indian curry. Proper Indian. Now, the reason why I want to fry the potatoes is so the potato retains its own taste. But because you're frying it, the curry sticks to it a lot easier, so you get a really nice chickpea and potato curry. And you can add some like lentil dal to this or whatever. Particularly if you can get naan breads and stuff, that's even perfect. But you could use tortilla wraps or just normal bread. And that's just this is a very simple West Indian curry. You don't need paste, it's really easy to make, but a lot of people don't realise that. And if you need to add more oil to the potatoes, you can do, but I think there's enough oil in there. Could add a little bit of oil to the curry. No, not the curry, sorry, I mean the potatoes. So it gets a really nice even coating. And one thing else, right enough, there's a lot of tomato stuff in there, so I won't bother using the puree. But you can add puree to it as well, if it's not tasty enough. So in here we've got, onion, ground coriander, ground cumin, garam masala, no tomato puree. But the last thing, because it will be really, really hot, you can add, this is actual full cream. And what the cream does is it just takes the complete and utter bite off of it so that it doesn't absolutely roast your body. And just mix that in. And if it's still too hot, just add a little bit more cream until you get the desired consistency. Now because this is on high heat, I can keep my eyes on it because I'm basically talking to you, but come on, get in there. I'll just make myself a drink. Oberon's sitting waiting in the front room, seeing if we're going to come back. My camera looks like fell down a little bit. Usually with tins these days you expect them to have the little wrinkle on the top. I didn't realise. Only got them today and I didn't look at the tin properly. I was actually surprised I got them at all. So, yesterday I posted a video link to the Pentagon's Tic Tac video. And in one of the videos, I think it's the GoPro, they've got the target on this object that within the space of about a second completely went off the screen. So I checked out what speed something would be going at because it went 10 miles off the thingy, the 10-mile radius of the flare thingy. Flare sort of like tracked its process. And in space of 1.2 something like seconds it was off the screen. So 10 miles in 1.2 seconds. Now imagine what speed that is in reality, what the speed is. So I checked it out today, and the speed from 1.2 seconds to 10 miles is 40,000 miles per hour. What aircraft can go at that speed? I mean, the fastest aircraft, usable man one, was the US's spy plane, the U-2, the Blackbird, and that travelled just under Mach 3. That's like thousands of miles per hour. Like you could go from the US to the UK in about 2-3 hours. That's how fast it is. But this thing just travels so far, so fast, to be off the screen in under 2 seconds basically. And then what you want to do, finish it off, is just mix that all in. And like I said, you can add water to it. And if it's like, what you could do is do the taste and like, it's actually just nice as it is. But what you get at the end of the day is this. I will add more water to it tomorrow, but that's chickpea and potato curry. The only difference that I've made is that I actually I like potatoes, so I've added one sweet potato to it. And sweet potatoes are really good for you as well. Everything in there is really good for you. So that's what it looks like I say. And obviously I'm going to get about 4 days out of this. Obi won't be pleased. So I can let this just sit overnight. So nice there. I don't have a fridge, but what I've got in there is not vegan because I put cream in it. So it's vegetarian. But it's that easy. Oh yeah, look at you. I wonder what you did yesterday. I wonder why. Watching. Hi Cronin. Hi Sue. Hi Nicola. It really is, and because it is, obviously if you can get all the really natural ingredients into it, you're going to get a really nice curry. But I know this curry tastes like something you get out of a restaurant. You just need to, like it says, you can add cream to it if you want it really, really mild. But the secret with the frying is you make sure you fry the chili with the onions, because then their flavours fuse together, so it creates a different texture. You could add a little bit, because there's a lot of tomato in there, you could add a little bit of oregano. Oregano's really good for you, so that's something worth having there as well. But that is a really tasty curry. I just hope I can get some proper naan bread tomorrow from across the street. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hello Anita. There we go. What's that? Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow. So I just say good night, God bless, and take care. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen.